All right, so today was a simple day. I'm actually recording this the day after. I had a recording done, but I deleted it because I thought I didn't do a good enough job. Didn't invest enough of myself into it, so I thought I would do it again. Anyways, so I started off doing bench press, and then I did some RDLs, and that was my day. Actually, after I was done, sometimes I do accessory work, but I don't think it's important enough to record. It's simple stuff. Like I did some, I don't know what to call it. I want to call it Passovers just because the biblical term's kind of cool. Anyways, there's like a PVC pipe bar thing in the corner of the gym. I grabbed that and with like a wide grip, I guess. I passed the bar over my head and around to my butt, and then back over my head to my front to my hips, and I do that with my arms locked. And the key is not to go crazy and have it be super tense. It's just to promote shoulder mobility and to stretch out the biceps as well. Bicep, shoulder, and chest stretch. I typically do it after bench press, and also shoulder press, because shoulder mobility is one of the key factors of your health when it comes to your upper body. So I wanted to share really quick all of the tips I've learned about bench press. I know I've said them before, but I want to reiterate for anyone who's watching. Welcome. If you're watching for the first time, hopefully this will be a good video and a good instruction. So the first thing is to make sure that the bench is lined up to where your head can rest either right under the bar or slightly behind it. And then you want to make sure your feet, like I have them tucked back and planted. You want to make sure your feet are not causing you any imbalances or whatever. You want to keep them planted, have them be equally spaced, but also give enough of a solid base so that the weight won't make your body rock back and forth. Your feet, having your feet planted there is what keeps you steady. And then people say you have to bench with a slight arch in the back. I haven't really tested any other way to bench, so I'm not sure if that's the most optimal way, but that's what I'm doing. So one way I found that's super easy to create that arch is to pull, to slide back using the bar, pull yourself back, and then plant your hips where you want them to go, but then push down with the bar and let your back curve, I guess. Let that arch form. So you're pushing yourself, you're pushing your back down into your spine, I guess. And I don't know how to explain it perfectly, but doing that has actually helped me a lot in performing the movement, because I found that with an arch, it does, if you lock yourself in place, it doesn't allow you to move that much while you're lifting. Another tip is to not look at the bar when you're lifting, because sometimes, especially when you're a beginner, the stabilizer muscles aren't so prepared, I guess, to stabilize the weight. You'll see the bar wiggling and moving around, going side to side, forward and backwards a little bit, and it's all marginal. In your head, it feels like it's a lot more than it is, but when you look at it, it's not that much movement. However, when your eyes start to follow the bar, your head tends to go with it, and your body gets thrown off balance, and that makes it harder to lift. So even if the bar is off balance, you can still perform the lift perfectly fine. You just got to make sure you're looking up to the sky, right at the ceiling. Find a spot and fix your eyes there. Lift the bar off. To do that, you want to make sure you have your shoulder blades retracted and pinched together, and then make sure it's like an aggressive push off. If you do it passively, the bar will you won't have a clean bar path. So if you do it passively, the bar has a chance of moving around before you even start the rep. So make sure you push hard on the bar and get it off the rack explosively. Make sure you lock it out at the top, and then you can lower it for the first rep. So for the first rep, make sure that you have a mental cue of where you want the bar to land. So for me, I don't know if it's the same for everyone. For me, I find the optimal position to be when the bar hits my nipples or just right under. And so that makes it easy for me to have the same repeated motion by hitting the same spot every time. A problem I've noticed in past videos is that my left side was lowering quicker than the right side, and also my left wrist was flexed too hard, and my left wrist was being pulled backwards too much. I noticed as well when I first started benching that when I pushed on the bar, as I got to the top, I was using an extra, like I was getting an extra like half inch of a range of motion by pushing my shoulders up, and I found out that that's actually a horrible thing to do because the next day my shoulders were so sore. It was ridiculous. You want to make sure you keep your shoulder blades locked, like we already talked about, and when you push, you're basically, it's like an elbow exercise. You're not using your shoulders. You're keeping your shoulders locked for support, and the only thing that's moving should be your elbows. Um, I don't know if the audio was just messed up because I was doing the motion with the phone in my hand. Anyways, so right now I'm training for form and also obviously to build strength. My max right now would be about 225 if I had to guess, which I'm not going to max yet because I'm not ready. My mechanics are still crap and everything, so I want to work on that. The easiest way to build strength that I've found is it's something that was suggested through YouTube. I watched this guy named Ivan Djuric. So Ivan Ivan Djuric. He promoted this idea of training every day, but doing it from anywhere from 60 to 80% of your max. That way you can come back into the gym tomorrow and do the same thing again and again and again, and it allows your nervous system to develop like a lot quicker, rather than doing one type of workout per week. Obviously, like people do splits and rotations, so they're working out every day, but the body part in question, or the muscle group in question, is only being worked out once a week, and that therefore progression can be a lot slower. The idea is that you should focus on strength building exercises that target multiple parts of your body at once. For example, like a squat is a 3/4 of the body exercise. The only thing it doesn't work out are your shoulders, basically, and your arms. Although I would argue that as your body naturally gets stronger, your frame fills out, especially if you're eating well. So your muscles won't get any insane definition, but they definitely will grow if you're working out something like a squat. I believe that intrinsically your body has a lot of I don't know what to call it. I'm going to use the word subterranean because that's the wrong word for the body, but basically under the earth is the term, right? So underneath your body you have lots of major connections that people just don't really know about, where certain muscle groups are connected through like insanely intricate muscle highways, I guess, pathways. I don't know how to describe it. But what I've found is that as I've done squatting and these RDLs here I'm doing, the Romanian deadlifts, I've seen development in areas I had no idea or had no clue would be developed. And that's because all muscles are generally connected through connective tissue and all these crazy things that you would be surprised. You just have to try it for yourself. You got to do the strength training. So before I keep rambling, I wanted to say one thing, that I'm trying to take my YouTube channel to the next level. And so pretty soon, I've already purchased a microphone and a setup. I'm going to start recording podcasts because I have so many ideas that I feel like I need to share with the world. And they're not all regarding fitness. They're regarding lots of different things in life. And so for anyone that enjoys these videos and enjoys the thoughts that I share, I'm going to have this podcast as a way of being able to share just the thoughts that are in my head and my understanding, my worldview, and hopefully it can help anyone else develop their own thinking and really find out for themselves what they think and believe. I'll keep doing these workout videos, and every time I learn something, I'll tell you guys. For example, on the RDLs, the one thing I'm implementing recently is making sure my hands are the proper width, because if they're too narrow, it doesn't put enough strain on your upper back and your shoulders, right? So having a proper hand width and also pinching the shoulder blades together, it actually makes it just as much of an arm workout as it is a lower back and hip workout. But anyways, that is it for the video today. Sorry if this was a lot of boring information, but really that's the only purpose and intent I have for making these videos. Is not for entertainment. It's for you guys to expand your minds and to learn new things that maybe you hadn't thought of before. So that is it for today. I hope you guys have a great day. Make sure you get to the gym. Keep watching my videos to learn more, and do anything you can to support, please. I'm trying to get this off the ground, and I think I'm seeing a lot of positive trends, but it's all in God's hands. But also that means that God sometimes sends angels like you guys, whoever is listening. So anyways, thank you in advance for anything you do to help me out, and I know God loves you. Have a great day.